Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 26-week update. There's lots of things that have happened this last week, so I wanted to share that with you and to reminisce on what has happened, even though I never want to go through that again. Hopefully I do not have to. So the first thing is, as always, I have it in my planner. The baby is the size of a butternut squash or a green onion, the length of a green onion. So the baby is growing and it's 2 pounds. And that was for this past week. I am currently in my 27th week, so I'm trying to recap what has happened in the last week. I've noticed that the linea negra or linea negra has shown up and has its brown color. So it showed up, I want to say, back in week 22nd. Yeah, week 22nd, but I didn't want to call it the linea negra because it wasn't as potent as I've seen on other YouTube videos or other people that are in my life where it becomes browner. So now I understand that linea means line and negra is black or of a dark color, and it's now become the dark color. It's getting to the point where I think it will become the darker brown that I'm used to seeing ladies with the linea negra have during their pregnancy. That has definitely shown. So I got that. Ooh, the baby is kicking lots. That's another thing. The baby is active. She is kicking where she is not supposed to be kicking. I'm not sure if I said that before, but she is definitely giving me bottom aches. It's not so much tummy aches, it's bottom aches because she's kicking where she has nestled in her home and she thinks it's her space, which it is her space. And she's just like spreading out wings. Her arms are like this, her feet are like that. And she's just, you know, enjoying the space that she's got there. I think she will definitely be a soccer player like her mama. We'll see. I said that the baby has grown 2 pounds, so that 2 pounds is all hers, which I love to hear that she's growing and see that she is getting healthy. I don't have any scheduled ultrasounds anymore, at least at this present time. The baby is healthy. My last doctor's appointment, they told me that they no longer need to see me via ultrasound or go to do any testings besides the regular one that I'm going to mention next. Had to get done, but other than that, that just means that the baby's healthy and growing. And of course, if I feel any discomfort or pain, then I am to go either call them or go to the emergency. That's what brings me to a little bit of what happened this week. I went to work like any other day, had my breakfast, went to work, and as I was coming back to my desk, I sat down and my screens just went blurry. I immediately felt very lightheaded and hot throughout my entire body, especially up towards my head. I felt tingling sensations when I eat a lot of sugary treats and I haven't had a full stomach of carbs or nutritious meal, that my blood just starts to tingle. Another example is when I have coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but when I have coffee and I am, especially because I'm not used to the coffee, my blood begins to tingle, and so I can tell that that's not a good sign, so I immediately stopped drinking it. But I wasn't drinking anything. I actually went down to the cafeteria to get some water and went back to my desk, and that's when this started happening. I felt lightheaded. I felt very, very hot, extremely hot. And I sit by the window, and my office is very cold as a standard office. It is cold. People tend to bring their sweaters. I do as well. And now that I'm pregnant, I don't wear them as often as I used to because I have my own burner inside the belly that's keeping me warm. So thank you for that, baby. It got extremely hot. So I decided to think of the first thing that would essentially cool me down, and that was to walk to the staircase. The staircase is usually the coldest place in a floor, besides where you sit at your cubicle or desk or office, because just lots of natural air going through there. They don't regulate the staircase as much as they would for someone that is sitting at their desk for 8 hours a day, 7.5 hours a day, because it's a means of getting in and out of the building. So I went there and I decided to kneel down, where I would think that when you're lightheaded, you put your knees in between your legs. But because I was wearing a dress, I didn't want to expose myself, so I just knelt down. And as I just put my head on the railing, I was holding onto the railing and have my kneeling down, a colleague of mine is walking up the stairs and asked me if I was okay. He's very kind, went to go get me some water and asked for the first aid personnel to come and help me. I was helped up, moved to an office. You know, they gave me some orange juice to see if that would bring my blood sugars to level, because I was feeling lightheaded, and hopefully, you know, cool me down a little bit because I was feeling hot. I did sit and waited for my husband to come pick me up at work. I was not able to drive back to home, and I took the rest of the day off, sick as I felt the very first scare of this pregnancy had to have been that. I've never felt that before. You know, I play a lot of soccer in my life, and I've played a lot of soccer tournaments in extreme heat where referees have to stop the game at every 15-minute intervals or half-hour intervals to give the teams a water break because it's that hot. And I've never fainted or felt lightheaded or extreme heat running through my body when playing soccer. So this was completely different. As someone mentioned, I am cooking a baby. It's a human body that's been taking all my nutrients, and of course I would feel lightheaded if something was off. So I went home and was able to rest. Thankfully, I was able to work from home the following day. I wanted to stay home an extra day. It was the snow fell here. So we got 18 centimeters of snow, which we are completely happy with. I really think that the snow just didn't stop snowing. It just didn't stop falling down from the sky. And the driveways were all covered. That's the beauty of living where I live. You get all the seasons, and I got snow, so I stayed home. It was a little safer anyways because it'd just be better for me to stay home, especially my condition. As well as on Wednesday, I did my glucose test. I took it this week as well, week 26, and it was disgusting. It was one of the worst tastes I have had. It basically tastes like an orange crush that has gone flat, and you just want to drink it because you're thirsty. But in my case, I need to drink it to test for gestational diabetes. Hopefully I don't have that, and hopefully I pass, because if I do not, I need to do then the 2-hour one, and I don't want to be waiting in the room for 2 hours. I actually couldn't even rest sitting for the 1-hour wait that I had to do for this current test. They were checking up on me, thankfully for the nurses that were there. They checked on me the first time, asked me if I was feeling lightheaded. I said I wasn't at the time. It was about 10 minutes in from my 1 hour of waiting. And I told them it was an aftertaste in my mouth that I couldn't get rid of, obviously, because you can't really drink anything. You need to just sit there and wait. And so they said, okay, just let us know if you're feeling lightheaded. And then about 25 to half an hour in, I was becoming very uncomfortable. I was moving in my seat. I was shifting in my seat. I, was putting my chin on my hand, and then I was trying to lean back so like my head was resting against the wall. I tried to close my eyes. I tried to just relax. I was listening to a YouTube video. I was listening then to music, and then I just turned it off. And that's when the second lady at the desk came up to me and said, do you feel all right? You don't look all right. And I said, I think you might be right. So she took me to the back. She took me to the back and asked me to lay on the bed that's in the back for the rest of the waiting time, and that they will come back and check up on me when the time is up. I was actually very thankful for that, because I did want to just lay down. Once I laid down and my husband joined me shortly after I started laying down, I felt much better. It's just a matter of laying down, going through the waiting period, and then the nurse came in when the hour was up, did the blood work, and then sent me on my merry way. That's my update. Glucose test. I hope to never have to do that again for this pregnancy, because I know you have to do it for every pregnancy. It is not fun, but I'm happy it's over with for now. So that's it. I want to know what you guys went through for week 26, because everybody's different. The glucose test could be done between week 24 and week 28. So depending on what time you do it, your baby is in a different weight category. Your belly is also different. So I'll show you my belly. I guess I'll show you that. Okay, that's from the front. this from the side. And that's from the other side. Okay, so I'll say bye now. I am just enjoying my fire behind me and wishing you all the best time during your pregnancy. May we all bring healthy babies into this world. This world deserves healthy, strong people coming in 2018. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.